Let's just head over to my channel, see if we can use the computer as a comment monitor. And, really, I clicked live on the phone like 10 seconds ago. Alright, here we go. A little dark looking. Why is that? Let's try wiping off the Note 8's lens. Maybe it's just a little oily, smudgy, fuzzy. Let's see. Wipe off happens. And okay. It doesn't look as dark on the phone. It'll be good enough. I just need quick and simple. Let's exit full screen so I can see the chat. Also, stop defaulting to lower quality. Give me the full 720p. Anyways, hey YouTube, and welcome to Studio Setup number 15. It's been a while since we've done anything on the Studio Setup, and I didn't realize that we were this far. Wow, I look angry. I didn't realize that we were this far with setting everything up, or this many episodes. I went to look. Oh, and I learned something too, because like I go search Studio Setup on my Creator Studio, and it has a bunch of results, right? Because it shows like 5 in just beneath the search bar. Then I click Show All to see everything and find what the last one I did was, and it only shows me 2. I'm like, there's more. This is bugged. But then I'm like, wait a minute, there's categories. So I clicked on Live. There's a lot more in Live. So this episode is about audio upgrade. Oh, I forgot to label it audio upgrade part 1. I'm gonna have to do that when this is done. But this is the start of a few different things that I'm going to walk through and explain. So, first of all, let's just raise you guys up to take a look at the right control speaker on my Sun 115H speakers. That's good. Ugh. Camera doesn't like the mesh. Anyways, that's my Sun 115H. The other one is back there. I want to take a little moment to talk about this speaker, which I paid $5 for from the BYU surplus, and they've served me good for maybe we're coming up to close to a year now. I'm not exactly sure. I have had them for quite a while, actually. Yeah, no, it's been almost a year. Maybe just a couple of months less. But the, so, I don't know. Let's say like maybe 9 months I've had them or so. They actually do sound pretty good. They're obviously not the best. They could be a little better in the bass, but everything else sounds good. They've got adjustments for bass and treble. And then, of course, your main volume adjustment, which I keep at full because I just use the wheel on my keyboard for volume. But you know, like, if these were new and not having some of the issues that I'm having because they're used, I would say $20, maybe $30 for them would be a good price. Maybe a little more, given that they look like an older design from like the 80s or something. And so, you know, older, they would have been newer, better than what we have now. So a little more expensive. They're pretty good, but they do have some issues. I'm going to start off with the issues that affect me the least. The first one is the headphone jack, which is super extremely noisy, unusable. That could be just that it's old and used and a problem with capacitors, which I'll talk about more in a bit. Looking online, some people were saying it's a problem with ground noise, where the noise from the ground pins being picked up. But these aren't grounded speakers. Can we see? It's gonna be fuzzy. I can swear is the. How come I cannot see? Oh. Yeah, there it is. You see that white plug right there? That's the plug for these speakers. Come on. Zoom. Is that all the way out? Come on. Stop showing that live. No. Okay, there we go. I think that zoomed out. So, yeah, I don't know, but it could be a problem with the capacitors, which I'll mention in a moment. The next thing, I forgot I was going to try and have. I think that zoomed out. So, I was going to try and have this set up. Let me go to Audacity. I'm going to turn volume down a bit because we're just hearing. I did a recording of static for something I'll mention in a moment, but. Okay, it's not doing it right now, but this problem is a weird noise that sometimes happens. I first noticed this when I was finishing up what happens if you successfully pull someone's leg. It kind of had a new. I can't do it very good, but new, kind of like that noise. Or it sounds more like like those toys. Sometimes they have an animal head, but you flip them upside down and they go. It was kind of like that, but it didn't have like the two different pitches for the directions. It was just the one way, and it's quiet and faint. And I thought there was something in my audio, which is using this waveform as an example, like in the silent space it would do it. I thought, but no, it's just the speakers being whacked sometimes. They are used. I don't know how long they were in service at BYU, but they look like a pretty old pair. And I don't know anything about these speakers when they came out or anything like that. I didn't look for a date code, but the only thing I found online is a Macari listing for another pair. So I have no idea how much these were originally or who sold them. But so that weird noise is kind of faint, and I've learned it's just the speakers. It's not the worst. We'll go ahead and turn these off since we're not playing anything. Also, there's sometimes a high pitched noise, and even turning the speakers off and on doesn't solve it. I have to play a little more audio on my computer. And so that one, I don't know if it's like these specific speakers that are part of the equation making the issue, because it could just be something with my motherboard being weird, but I want to think it's in combination with these speakers here. And aside from having to fix them and put a little bit of hot glue, because they already had hot glue inside, but put a little more to hold the ports on the back where they were supposed to be, and buying a really long screwdriver, which I don't see right now, but I have it somewhere. I bought a long screwdriver so I could work on them. The worst thing about these is every once in a while they go crackly, which actually I have an example. Aha, so. You got the screen. Get some decent volume here. Yeah, that pop noise. So that, every once in a while, the speakers go crackly. And especially in the left speaker over there, it goes crackly. It doesn't sound very good. If I turn them off for a second, and it has to actually be off, because I can do that fast enough that they stay on. It has to be like this, and then like that. So I pause my music, whatever I'm listening to or doing, turn it off, turn it on again. You get the pop noise. The audio goes back to sounding fine. Someone on Reddit said it was the capacitors. And so I thought, hey, this could be hey, this could maybe be like a cheap Christmas present to suggest my parents get me, I don't know, like 3 or 4 capacitors, $1 a piece, $3 or $4. No, 1, capacitors are about $2 a piece, and 2, there's like 25 of them in there, so it'd be $50. These things aren't worth $50 for actual everyday drivers and stuff, unless I wanted to really restore them and put audio grade capacitors in there and fix everything. I don't. So I've thought about getting some new speakers from the BYU surplus to kind of replace these ones. Hopefully they wouldn't be staticky. They had some nice sounding Harman Kardon ones that I almost got, but I'm glad I didn't, because when I went there, I went looking first for some speakers for my mom, because I was thinking, I should just save up some money, go back to a job at Dollar Tree and get some money that way. Just work there for a few months, get some money, and then buy some nice 150 or so pair of speakers. And I'm glad I didn't get the Harman Kardon ones because if you the audio wasn't as good as I was expecting, but it was streamed and it could have been with how OBS I have set up for just my voice. But the speakers I got my mom, which were some Roundel speakers, they sounded better than the Harman Kardons, and they sounded almost as good as these ones. These ones were a little wider sounding than the Dell ones, so I'm glad I didn't get the Harman Kardon computer speakers and I decided just to save. And I'm actually not going to go back to Dollar Tree for speakers. My old manager said he might have some openings around Valentine's. I will go and get some money for sound foam. But speakers, I actually got tax returns. And so I decided to spend money on that. And so I'm just getting some new speakers. I had some yesterday that I ended up taking back because I was like looking online and doing some stuff. And I had opened one up to check, and yeah, the size would fit. I just need to find some stands, which is what we're going to kind of be looking for in this stream. But they were some JBL speakers, which is like the Pro Series or JBL by Harman. I took those back because I really wanted a different pair of speakers they recommended that were some Atom speakers. Oh, and while I was there yesterday at this is Guitar Center, that's when I learned that the price they have for the speakers there is the price per individual speaker. So $200, that's just for the one big huge speaker, which is a woofer tweeter combo. The ones that I'm going to be getting are I'll just pull up not the site I bought them. Actually, no. No, let's pull up the actual site. Aha. So, normally these are $199 per speaker, but these are, as you can see, this is a customer return. And I fail good with this being a customer return. Like if it actually is a customer return, it means they have had it for 14 days or less, maybe a little longer if they have longer return from Pro Audio Star. But the thing that makes these speakers special is they have a ribbon tweeter on top. So I'm sure you've all seen the circular, like you can see there's kind of a circle in there, circular cones. That's most common. But according to, I forget his name, but the guy I was working with at Guitar Center, he said that a ribbon tweeter will sound better over time. And I actually read an interesting post about pros and cons of ribbon tweeters. The biggest con is that they don't do as well. They do good for high frequencies, but less for mid-range. So, I don't know what Atom has done with their speakers in the T5 to have the have it sound still good in the mid-range while having a tweeter, unless maybe like the not so good in the mid-range is a really nitpicky tough thing, and maybe they're relying on the woofer to do. I don't know, but one advantage which I was actually pretty happy when I read is that tweeters supposedly have a better a wider sweet spot. So thirsty. Bottle's out of water. Fortunately, I have one water left in the fridge. Favorite brand. These were at NPS, and so I got them. So I have a speaker stand that we're going to be looking at. Basically with the so I had the speakers, but there's one other thing I got before I got the stand. The other thing that I got is this right here. That, plus the microphone, plus those headphones. This is a Focusrite Scarlett Studio Kit. The main reason I got it is because it seemed like a really good price for all of these things individually. Like, I didn't need the microphone. You can see my trusty Rode NTG4 Plus right there, up above the Scarlett condenser microphone. There we go. And of course, there's the headphones over there. Those are the HP60 Mark III. And this microphone plus its mount. This is the CM25 Mark III. I did a test the other day, not in a video, and it sounded really good. It was slightly bassier than my Rode mic, which I like. The last few times I've done some recording, I've had my Rode mic, with my Rode mic for a video, I've boosted the bass a bit in Audacity, which has been good. It works, it sounds fine. But I like this because also I can't boost the bass in OBS, which I'd like to have the bass boosted a little bit because I sound better that way. It sounds more like I think I should. And so while I haven't tried a lot of different microphones, like I've tested some of the microphones at, I wanted to say Performance Audio, but that's not it. It's Guitar Center. Because they do have a microphone testing setup, but one part of it's broken, so there's some I can't test. But I've tested some of the mics there, and because they have headphones, you push play, turn the volume up or down, and listen to your voice. So that kind of answers a question I've had for a while, where is it just my voice that's not sounding slightly more bassy like I would expect, or is it my mic? It's my mic. It's my Rode. So the Scarlett Studio is in testing grounds right now to decide if I want that, the whole kit, or if I just get this thing separately and not in the kit. I have 13 days at this point because I bought it yesterday. However, Focusrite does make I think it's the Audiocaster 2, which actually has 2 separate mic inputs as well as 2 headphone inputs. It's for podcasting. I don't remember if they had that one there. If they do, I'm seriously going to consider that one. It doesn't have a separate mic, but I can be okay with the Rode, like I've been using for quite a while. I can consider, working at Dollar Tree for a third month or something, and having for Soundfoam as well as a new mic, and then I would have 2 mics if I needed, but because like the Rode mic is good enough that like if I center position it, it'll pick up me and my mom or whatever guest I have on pretty well. So I could just do a 1 mic show, and not like a podcast, but it would be for whenever I have other people over to play games with me in the same room, or like playing on the same computer, kind of a thing. Which I'm going to be testing and seeing how well this Scarlett Studio mic here works. But the big thing for having the 2 audio headphone jacks, where this one just has 1, is because my current setup, I'm going to bring you guys down a bit. You see that white splitter on the desk just beneath the mic? My current setup involves that, and then using this, and and either this or the Corsair HS70 headphones that I do not like, that are way too bassy and they're uncomfortable to wear, have a volume control themselves. But either way, one person gets this, one person gets this. That's how you have kind of individual volume, but you still have to have the computer at almost maximum, and you still have to work out that like if someone gets a little more, then the other person's going to lose some. It works okay. And maybe there's a really cheap inline amplifier that could solve this issue, because I paid like $209 for this kit with the mic, which, by the way, if I haven't mentioned already, sounds really... I did, yeah, it sounds really good. So yeah, but the Scarlett, the Focusrite Vocaster, let me look that up, is a little more... Oh. Interesting. I was wondering what the Google Doodle was, and apparently it's bubble tea. FOCSRD. Right. Vocaster podcast interface. Yeah, $299.99 from Sweetwater or from Guitar Center. I think I did actually look last night, and they have it in store. Or, we have a Focusrite Vocaster 2 Studio one-person podcasting kit bundle for $499.99. That's a little more than I have right now, but I do. Or there's used for $199. This is a tough decision. I do need an audio interface for my speakers, which I would double check before buying this. I believe it does work as an audio interface. So instead of having the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, I would have the Focusrite Vocaster. Now, I mean, if they made another kind of like this, I don't think they make another one that has 2 headphone outputs. But the big thing with having 2 headphone outputs is you have, let's go images, you have 2 volume knobs. And so that, actually here's a top down, yeah. So here's a headset, the main one, and guest. Ooh, and that one looks like it's labeled for the speaker. And then here you have your volume knob. I'm not sure how it adjusts each headset, but you've got mute options and some presets for audio. So, you know, it's definitely got a good setup. Definitely something that I would want to consider. Ooh, what's this picture? What's special about Focusrite Vocaster 1 and 2? Huh. Let's look up the 1 just to see. Is the 1 single? Yeah, this looks like. Would this be for one person? That's what I want to know, because I'm sure it's cheaper. Well, but never mind. I would still need separate volume controls. So, yeah, and it looks like this only has 1 input, so. But, oh yeah, you can do, it has Bluetooth as well. So you can use the, looks like the 1, but as well as the 2, you can use it as a Bluetooth audio source. So if you ever had anybody on a phone call for your podcast, sorry, had to think of words, there's that. So, oh, I just realized too, I'm sure there's a way to route like Discord audio through your stream if you need to without having double, because it was weird when I did that the one time, but like this, if you had Discord on your phone, there you go, you're ready to go with playing the audio over Bluetooth through your interface, so you're not hearing on your computer. Because I think I was getting picked up double, maybe. I forget what. Anyways, so we're looking at stands for the last bit of this episode, because this gear will get tested in a few streams. Currently it's just plugged into my Zoom, but I do plan to test with the actual Scarlett Solo box, which the other thing that I like about having that second mic, if I stay with this kit, or even if I bought myself another microphone, forget about the bassiness and everything, just second mic, I like that I wouldn't have to be unplugging my Rode, and especially once I have this, I won't have to be unplugging my Zoom from my computer setup every time I need to go somewhere and record something portably, so that'll be nice. And the Rode is going to be best used for my out and about filming boom operation. That's what shotgun mics are usually for. So, stand time here. A few different things. So the stands that I have in this box here, these are Studio Monitor stand pair by DR Pro. They're not as tall as I need them to be. Because, I mean, I think they're as tall as the box is, because the middle part, so 36 inches. That's, yeah, you can see they're not taller than my monitors, and I need them to be taller than my monitors, potentially. So, let me take you off and show you some things. There are some adjustable monitor stands that might just be barely tall enough that have a triangle base. So, like, I don't know, there would be like maybe half an inch of the woofer being covered by this monitor here. So one is probably going to go down there, but the stand will be underneath that, because The new monitors are heavy enough they couldn't go on top of this. This is, I wouldn't trust, maybe it could hold it with the heavy CRT. Why is it so dark now? But I wouldn't trust it. There we go. Wow, it's because it's exposing for over here. But then also, the triangle stand adjustable ones, I had my mom help me cut out a triangle that's the size of the base. Yeah, it's not going to fit there. I would have to pull my desk out way too far. Definitely wouldn't fit one over there. It's just a no. So the triangle stand ones are a no, unless I could modify the stand somehow. But I don't know what I would do or fit it in. And then with the ones that I did buy, these were expensive. They're like $150 for these. With these, the only reason that I bought them is because there is literally no information anywhere on the size of the base. So I have no idea if this is a good start to get me part of the height that I need, and then from there I figure out some other way to get it tall enough. But let's go ahead and open these up. And they have, oops, you're looking at a wall. Sorry, they have two colors. They have a black, and they have a maple, which is white. I don't like the white. If it was a similar orangey wood color or a reddish wood color as my desk, maybe some acacia. Although I only know about acacia in Minecraft, so I don't know if the real life one is that exact same. But let's open these up and answer our question. And if I didn't mention, I do have the Adam speakers ordered. So what do we got? We got a little bit of foam and some other more different, maybe that's rubber, probably just to help keep the speakers on. We have a pack of mounting hardware, all the bits and bobs. Oh, here's what we want, the base. Ooh, there's a smell. It smells weird. So, this looks good. Real question, what's the top and what's the bottom? Because there's two different size pieces here. So this is a case where, especially given the really tight space I'm fitting them in and how these would be wedged up against so many other things, maybe do them upside down. I'm going to assume that the base is wider and this is the top. Kind of looks that way in the photos. Do we have any instructions? Some people were complaining in like the reviews online that these are just trash and the screws don't line up. And, yeah. I hate that. Yeah. Ew. Also, the sides of these are a little rough. I don't like that texture. Alright. I'm guessing this won't fit, but we'll see what we can figure out. Huh. There are there are 4 threaded holes in the corners, and I don't know why. Because it's not like, maybe those threaded holes that you screw this, would it be to screw the speaker on? And would it mean the top is wider? That doesn't make any sense. Unless, no, this other piece, which has the 2 middle holes, well, that's, alright. We can find out pretty easily if this one would actually fit back there. Oh, and by the way, nope, My desk would have to go left, like an inch or so. When I had the speakers and with the Focusrite kit, $600.95. I'm going serious with this. I want something that's going to last me a long time. So, now the real question, actually my desk could kind of go left a smidge, but I can already tell that this would not fit over there. It's I also need to grab dimensions of the plates so that because I want to go like leave reviews on a few websites and be like, hey, here's the dimensions, and hopefully like search engines and pick up on this and stuff so people know. Seriously, not cool that you don't have that listed. So that obviously is like 2 or 3 inches. Let me go grab a tape measure. Okay. Back with the tape measure. Alright. Let's put you back. Oh, also, oops. I forgot that I need to be checking my comments. Sorry if anybody's commented. It looks like nobody's commented. Okay, so got the stream back up on my computer. Alright, so let's see. So, also we might have a slight depth issue because of the shelf that I have over there. But let us see. So this one here is about 5 inches too wide. Actually, wait, no. It'd probably go this way. That's a little better. So this way, it's only 3.5 inches too wide. And I cannot move anything over because the way I have the 70s corner, the TV over there. But this side, okay, and this side, over here, we're looking at like 2 inches too wide. So let's set that to the side for just a second here, and let's look at the piece that I'm assuming is the top. Smaller of these 2 pieces here, which again I'm only recommending inverting this and having a smaller base if that works, just because it's in a really tight wedged space. These aren't going to be going anywhere, but a drum roll, please. Oh yeah, that one fits. Easy. Inch to spare. And we look back at this side. No, that's 2. like 2¼ inches too wide for that side. So I'm probably going to be looking at a custom solution of some kind. But then at that point, I don't know what. I could, you know, just wood pieces and paint them and screw them together. I don't know. That's just the building my own solution thing is not necessarily one of my favorite things to do. I'm less of a hands-on builder. I know my mom could help me with that, but you know, at that point, I might also look for, you know, like what other things can I put? You know, if I just got another of the brown shelves like I have my HD60 on, because I think you can stack these. So if I just got another one of those, how tall is that actually? And I wouldn't be able to stack it on this one. It would have to go behind this one, which actually I can find out really quickly if that'll work, if there will be enough room or not. Okay, so this is okay. About 23 inches tall. So I had another 23 inches. That's about as tall as I was going to be seeing for the other, because 23 plus 23 is 46. So, you know, that puts us right there. That's about as tall. Maybe a little shorter, but that's close to what the other ones would be. Now the question is a depth question, because I don't want to pull out this forward more. Could come out like an inch or so, but how deep were these things again? So these are, wow, 12 foot deep. Wow, we're getting time inception here in the picture, in the picture, in the picture. So 12 foot deep. And we only have 9 foot left back there. So I could pull that out forward a little more. I don't want to. Looks like we are looking at building something custom. I thought about, for that corner up there, just having a shelf. But finding a stud is step one. If there would be a stud in the right spot, would it be too high? How sturdy is it going to be? I'm sure we could build it sturdy. I just don't necessarily want to risk that. You know, also, too, there was offer for an extended warranty, which, on my speakers, which will let you just bring them in and they give you another pair. If they ever break at any point during the warranty period, it was like $40 or something for like 4 years. Or you can also bring them in if I ever wanted to upgrade. Just bring them in and they would give me the full price I paid for them back. Now I could use that towards the new pair. I chose not to because I'm not going to push them too hard. And I'm really careful so they're not going to like get poked or anything. Because they don't have a mesh grill on the front. The speakers that I'm looking at. And I'm actually glad that I said no to that. Because when I looked online, the warranty for the JBLs is like 5 years. That's plenty. So. I'll have to figure out a custom solution in another video, but final thing here, we are going to, where did I put the measuring tape? Oh no. No. This is not good. It's like yesterday when I misplaced my other... Oh, there it is. Look at this thing. I misplaced my small, teeny 6-foot measuring tape the other day. Yeah. It was in my bag where it's supposed to be. But even worse that I misplaced the big one. So these are 9 1/4. So that would be 9.25 by 8.25. And they are about 3/8 of an inch thick. So I need to write this down. Really quickly. Excuse me. So we have 9.25x 8.25 inch. Yeah. 8 1/4. Actually, is that right? I want to say it's actually 3/16 because it's the mark just after the 1/8, and this only shows 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8. So that's more common. So I don't know what that would be in points. Well, wait. Calculator time. I don't know measurements very well. Sorry, guys. But let's see. So we know 25 divided by 2 is an 8, so 12.5. Divide that by 2 is a 16th, so 6.25 times 3 equals 1875. So we're just going to say 8.18. And 9.18 5/8. So if they're 5/8 thick, let's show my screen. 5/8 thick is 1. So 5/8, but it's the one after 5/8. Actually, let's just. What comes after 5/8 on a tape measure? 1/2, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16. Okay, so that is 11/16. And what comes after 3/8? So 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4. So yeah, 1/16, 1/8, 3/16. So I was right on that. So it's 11/16. So we said 6.25 is a 16th, right? So 6.25 times 11 equals 68.75. Times 12.68 inches. So 9/18 by 9/18 or by 8/18 by 0.68 of an inch. Okay. And that is for the top measurements. Now we'll measure this base. Let me just check something. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is 12 by 10 1/4 by 1 1/16. Probably you can't even read what's on my screen. So, final thing here, and then I can take this stream out. Also, I had 2. It's supposed to be top. I'm missing E in there. So we had 12 inches times 10.6 inches times 10.6. Yeah, 10 1/4, so 10.6. And then, no, wait, that's a quarter. So sorry, 10.25. And then it is 1.6 inches tall. So 10.25 times 1.6 inches tall. Perfect. That's going to be it for this little video here. You guys will get tests of the microphone from the Scarlett Studio coming out pretty soon, and some other stuff. But thanks so much for watching. If you're excited for this audio upgrade, it's going to be nice. I'll get better quality music listening when I'm in here, and watching videos with other people. All these kinds of things will be so much good and better. But yeah, if you like this and you're excited for more, leave a like down below. Check out the stuff that I've actually done inside of my studio, and if you like that, subscribe. I'll see you guys in whatever's next. Bye.